So for this video here, what we're going to do is I'll do a search for some kayakers. I've created a folder here of biker, climber, kayaker, and rafter, and I'm going to make a web page, the adventure travel web page we're going to make in the book. And anyhow, in Fireworks, what I want to do is in Fireworks, I'd like to put the pictures and center the pictures in buttons. I want to create buttons for a web page. And so if I was going to be making buttons for a web page, what I might want to do is come up with a shape of something. So I'm going to start with a ellipse, and I'll make an ellipse. And let's say my ellipse is 75 by 75 pixel. This is going to be my ellipse. For the fill, I'm going to make it transparent. It doesn't really matter. And for the outline, let's make my button have a yellow outline that's 4 pixels large. So here's my button. And inside the button, I'm going to make a copy of this. So I'm going to go Control-C, Control-V, and you'll see I've got a couple of these. And I'm going to make some buttons that I want to put on my screen for each of those pictures. So here's four of them. They're all equal size, and you'll see each one is 75 by 75, and that's why I copied and pasted them. And so what I want to do is I want to put the pictures of the kayaker, the climber, the diver, the rafter inside of these that are going to be buttons. And so to do that, what I first do is I go File and Import. And I'm going to import from my Drive H, my digital media folder, and I made a subfolder called Images to put everything together. Let's do a kayaker, for example. So I want a picture of, or a mountain climber. I like the mountain climber. I'm going to put the mountain climber, and I want to put it inside this button. So you'll notice my screen turns to a little upside down L. And if I click, you'll see I've got a climber around the place of my button. So what I want to do is I want to place the climber inside of this button, and that's called a mask. So anything that's outside of the circle is going to be masked out, and anything on the inside, you'll see the climber. So I'm going to start by going Edit and Cut, and I'm going to use Paste inside as a way to mask. So I've selected the circle, and you'll see the handles are around the circle. And then I go to Edit, and I say Paste Inside, and if I put the climber inside, now anything outside of the circle is not going to be visible. And this works well for creating buttons. Now the climber, you can't really see the climber very well here because the climber is a little out of the way. So what I do is I click on it once on this little plus sign in the inside, and then I can move the climber so it's positioned better, so I can see, yep, this is a mountain climber, and you can really see the mountain, and you can see the climber hanging by a rope. And when I'm happy with that, I just click outside, and now the two are together. If I go Window and Layers, and I view the Layers panel, like you'll see here, you'll see here is the object. You'll see you've got the picture and the mask and what is visible. Okay, I'll do that again just so you can see the steps one more time. So I select the object. It's exactly the same size as the other button, 75 by 75. It's a circle, it's a vector, and you'll see it says path here. And I go File and Import, and I'm going to take a picture of the kayaker, let's say. I'm going to import the kayaker, and I'll put the kayaker right around the circle. I then go Edit, and I cut it out for a second. I select the circle I want to put it into, and then I can paste it inside. And when I paste inside, if I click on the blue, the red, it turns into a blue, where I can put that picture of the kayak just so. And that is how we create masks.